What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Tech Cubed, and today, it is the holiday season, as many of you have probably noticed. And if you haven't by now, then, that's on you. Well, today, we are going to be taking a look at a few gifts that would be good for your average tech enthusiast, PC builder, maybe interested in consoles, things like that, or maybe not even interested in any of that and just likes tech gadgets for the fun of it. So today we're going to be taking a look at a few, and by few I mean 8 gifts that are some are more broad than others, but are in general just great gifts in my opinion for tech lovers. I mean, some are more for certain kind of people, but these are gifts that I believe most people, especially your tech enthusiasts, would like. So, the first gift we're going to be looking at today is, a drone. And now I did bring up the DJI website here because I believe they make some really good, high quality drones. But obviously, you can get other drones from other sources. I just prefer these ones. Now they are more on the expensive side, but they do tend to have higher build quality, etc. But a drone like this would be a great gift for, again, maybe not someone who's super into tech, but just likes tech gadgets and things like that. This would be a great gift for them. They could learn how to fly drones. Maybe they're interested in aircraft of sorts. This would be a great gift for someone like that. Now, they have a bunch of different kinds here. They range from more cinematic ones used by studios to ones that are more beginner friendly. And it's really a community, it's open to anyone. I believe that these gifts would do great for almost anyone. These are great gifts, great drones. I believe anyone would like them. So, the next gift we're going to be looking at is, now this is a more odd one I saw. This is a smart bird feeder with a solar roof, as it says right here. But this one is not necessarily more for someone who is into building PCs and things like that. This is a more technologically advanced twist on something that's more traditional. Now, this will help you learn about bird species. It's apparently weather resistant, has an app, you can take photos with it. It's a really interesting gift that if you know someone that is interested in, like, bird houses, bird feeders, things like that, or they just like wildlife and outdoors, you could set one of these up and you could really do a lot of cool things with it, like cool photos, and it'll help you again learn about the wildlife that is present in your area. This is a great gift for a particular person that is into technology, but at the same time also really enjoys wildlife and outdoors, and maybe not even necessarily for a particular person. This gift can be great for a lot of people. Again, this is more on the expense side. It's $309, but it apparently comes before Christmas, so that's worth something, right? So, the next gift we're going to be looking at, now this is more for a certain person. Now, you've probably been hearing a lot about these lately. This is a Flipper Zero. Now, you've probably been hearing a lot of good, maybe a lot of bad. It's more controversial at the moment. Um, this is, in general, what it is. It's a multi-tool that combines a lot of capabilities that you would have to get separate tools for, all into one nice and neat, small, portable package. Now, this is great if you want to get started on, like, ethical hacking. Maybe you want to learn more about how certain technology works. So this, it kind of describes it in here. It's a tiny piece of hardware. Really, it's really small. Like, the screen's only 1.4 inches. It's it's expandable. You can get cards for it. It's really interesting in the fact that it can access certain RFID and proximity cards. It's really good for someone who's just interested in maybe getting into ethical hacking, learning about these things, and using it in the world around them. Now, this I'm sure you've seen this is more controversial because it can do some more nefarious things, I guess, in a way. Like it could change gas station signs. That was a very popular video recently. Yes, you can change gas station signs with this to trick your local community into thinking that gas is way cheaper than it actually is. Now, obviously, it's not a good idea to go out and do a bunch of bad activities with this, but one could argue that it's necessary to have tools like these to teach people about the technology that really powers this world. And this again would be great for someone who's really into technology, wants to start learning more about it. So, on to the next one. Now, this again is really for a particular person. This is from iFixit. Now, if you are into PCs, PC building, PC Master Race, whatever, you've probably heard of iFixit. They are known for making a lot of great tutorials and guides on technology. Now, this right here is what they call the ProTech Toolkit. Now, this is a great tool if you know someone that builds PCs, works on phones, just things like that. Like any sort of technology that they may do maintenance on, work on. Maybe they even run a business where they do it for other people. This is a great gift because this is really, it gives you a lot of capability in what is really a small package, because what this is, it gives you a bunch of like screw bits. It even here has like the little tweezers for things, and like little spudgers again, suction cups. It's a really great tool for someone that wants to have all these parts and needs all these parts, to take, like, for example, like your Torx bits, your star bits, the other screws that are on technology. If they're really into technology and they're working on it, building PCs again, taking apart phones, disassembling like things like monitors and consoles, things like that. This is just a truly great gift because maybe they don't have all the screwdrivers and whatnot that they need to work on these things, and this is a great gift because if you get it, then they will be able to do that because of the capability it provides for them. So, in the end, this is a really great gift for someone that's really in technology and taking it apart and working on it, and it's great for stuff like that. Now, next is a gift that's a little more broad, right? Now, this is a small instant photo printer, right? Now, this is from HP. Now, a lot of other companies make these. This is just an example one. Not that HP makes the only ones of these that you can find, but this is a little photo printer, right? Because what this is it's a small, compact little device that you can take with you on the go, and it has an app, and you can use it to print photos, documents, things like that. And it's just great if you want to, again, of course, print photos on the go. It's great for things like that. It uses zero ink technology. You don't need to buy ink for this. You don't need toner for this, which is great because if you own like an inkjet printer like around the house, you know that when you need ink cartridges, if you don't have an ink tank, of course, when you need ink cartridges, it adds up pretty quickly. Now that is a story for a different day, but this doesn't need that. So it's a great little device for someone that wants to print all kinds of photos, or maybe they're on the go a lot, and this would be a very handy tool for them because if they need to print these while they're on the go. Now, the next gift we're going to be looking at is from Anker. Now, if you have bought a power bank or power adapter at some point, or you've looked up reviews, you've probably heard of Anker. They make great products, in my opinion. They have very high quality. Now, again, you don't have to go to just Anker, but I do want to take a look at this particular product because, in my opinion, it's a little special. So, it is a power bank, 12,000 milliamp hours, 130 watts. Nothing that is too out of the ordinary here, but something that is fascinating is that right here it has a screen. And this screen is being called the Smart Display by Anker, and it will show you information like if it's recharging, the battery health, the battery cycle, battery temperatures, how much it's charging your devices that you have plugged into it. It's great for showing you the information that other power banks just don't show you. It's really innovative because a lot of times if you've used previous power banks, it may get too hot and you don't know, or battery may be starting to wear out, but it's hard to tell. And you want to know if like you're plugging in a device that's dead or maybe it's not working. You want to see if it's actually taking charge. Well, this is great for that because it actually shows you. Now, again, you don't have to go to Anchor for this, and there are probably other companies out there that make these with these displays, but at the same time, this one I just like in particular because it's from Anchor. You know, you're getting some sort of quality if you go with them instead of, you know, some brand you may have never heard of before. Again, may be good or may not be. You never know. So, the next gift we're going to be looking at is something I found out pretty recently, and I have really liked the idea of. Now, what this is, if you look at it, you may not know what it is at first glance, but let's take a look at this one right here. This is an iPhone 2G disassembled, put on a frame, and you can see the individual parts that make up that device. See, this is really good for a particular person that's really interested in like phones and technology in general, because the average person may, you know, look at it and say, well, that's just the parts of the phone, but to really see that out here and it explains it and it shows you, it's really special and unique. Now, something like this is going to be a decent chunk of change out of your wallet, but at the same time, it's a piece of history from technology and phones on your wall, you know. I think it's a really great gift. Again, maybe it's for a very particular person. Maybe it's more broad, but at the same time, it's a really unique gift that I believe someone will be very happy to get on over the holidays. Now, the last thing we're going to be looking at today now is a 3D printer. Now, not necessarily this 3D printer. This is a really good 3D printer, but it does not have to be this 3D printer. Now, this is a Bambu Lab P1S 3D printer. Now, this one's almost $1,000. Believe me, you don't have to spend $1,000 to get a good 3D printer. But at the same time, this is a really good one. This is rated very highly. If you look into 3D printers, you'll probably come across this one at some point. Again, you don't need to go with this one. There are ones that are way cheaper. You can probably find one for $150 to $200 if that's what you're more into. But a 3D printer in general, again, this is something you've probably heard of before, but if you know someone, again, that's working on technology, PCs, consoles, mobile devices, things like that, this is a really great gift for them because this allows them to, you can make your own parts with this, you know, you can make things for other people, you can even run a little business, you know, making adapters or whatever for, say, you're working on piece of technology, it's more well known, say like a little plastic bit and it tends to break, you know, whatever, it could be anything. You could make a part for it and then you could hypothetically sell them, make a profit. There's really endless limits with something like this, and there's so many possibilities. Again, it doesn't have to be this one particular that's almost $1,000, but at the same time, a good 3D printer goes a long way for someone that's into technology. Okay, now, with that being said, I really hope you all enjoyed watching. If you have any comments, questions, criticisms, or concerns, please leave them in the comments below. Or if you know any other good gifts, leave them in the comments below. I'm always interested in hearing what you guys have to say. But with that being said, I hope you all have happy holidays and a happy new year. And this has been Tech Cubed and Tech Cubed over and out.